Hey, today's gonna be a little different today, okay? Because I was contacted by a subscriber yesterday, um, and they told me that they were having problems and they needed help, and they gave me the location where they were at. I came, talked to them. They told me their situation, and I started listening to what they were needing, and I'm not in a position to like really help a lot of people, but I think this is a situation that I could help. So they're two people, a couple, and their situation changed, and they ended up being homeless. So me understanding what that means, because I've been there before, I came to help to see how I could help them. So I talked to a couple mechanics, and then I found one that's willing to, because they have a van that they're living in, but it broke down on them. They don't have nobody to help them. They don't have no way or nothing. So I talked to a mechanic. He told me that he could help he could fix their car completely, have it running for $200. So I came up with 100, and I'm asking, like, I don't really ask nobody for money or nothing like that. So I know people want to help me, want to support me. They want to help my fight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask that y'all help me help these people to get the other 100 to pay the mechanic to fix their car. I already have $100. I just need 100 more, you know, because I believe that everybody, when they're in these situations, believe that they can't catch a break, no one's there. And I take that personally, because I know what that feels like. I've been there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm asking y'all to help me help them with the last $100 that I need. That's it. That's all. Because they're good people. I'm gonna do another video on them. I'm gonna try to help them get their situation better. I don't know about GoFundMe or nothing like that, so all I did was got their Cash App, any PayPal or whatever they had, and when I make the other video, I'm gonna put it on there so y'all can help them. $5, $10, whatever y'all can help them with, you know. But the main thing right now is to get the under 100 to pay the mechanic to fix their car, so they can at least have a vehicle that's moving around. Because right now I was here last night, and me and Carolina helped them with food, and then I came back last night, and I've been charging up their battery packs for them and everything. So my thing is, like, I see it as paying it forward, right? Like, if I can help them, then I believe that during this stuff that I'm going through with the cops and everything, court, that it'll come back to me. It'll come back to me, you know? So that's all I'm asking for y'all to do. Help me, help them. Because I have $100. I just need 100 more to get the mechanic over here today to fix their car so they can move. Because obviously I have a video that I came right now because somebody went out there and told them that they have to leave after they got permission from the pastor last night to spend the night there because of their car. And right now I came up here and I was trying to talk to the church people, to tell them, hey, give me a chance to help them fix their car and whatnot, and to get them out of here. Like, that's what I came to do. And some lady got mad because I didn't ring a bell on the door. She said it was a sign that was posted on there. But honestly, I'm gonna be honest. If I walk up to a sign and it doesn't have a penal code on it, or it's like this, look, towing enforced or no trespassing, I'm not gonna pay attention to it. I'm not, because we're used to having signs put up unlawfully. So maybe I looked at it wrong or whatnot, but I even told her I apologize for not ringing the thing. Okay, can we move past this? And she would not let it go. She would not. So my concern now is what's gonna happen to these people, you know? Because she got mad at me because I didn't ring a bell. And I even asked her, man, do your service, man. You're here, you know, it's crazy, man. Like, you're here because these people come. It's a church, so people come and they give them meals. They have a agape meal at night at 6 o'clock, you know? So it's like, these people have it hard enough. Like, they hear about places that's gonna help them with food, maybe clothing or something. Yeah, they're gonna go. But they already have it hard enough for somebody to be rude to them. That's not cool. Because I didn't come to the church to ask for food. I didn't ask for nothing. I was just asking for time to help them fix their car. And I didn't even get to explain it to her. Because she automatically is like look at it like one of those people when you go to the court. Or you go to a police station and the secretary is always rude. And I'm like, come on, man. And even the cop tried to tell her, like, he put stuff on YouTube. She's like, I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, wow, it's just crazy. But then the guy who's in charge of the building came outside and he explained to me a different situation, that people take advantage of the parking lot. And I explained to him, I understand that, sir. I'm not saying nothing about that. I said, all I ask is for time to help them fix their car so I can get it up out of here. Even the guy said, hey, if y'all don't, you can just pull it to the street, and it's not that far. It's like maybe a half a block away, right? And you could be right there. And I said, I know, okay, thank you. And he said, you're good, y'all fine. They could take the rest of the day if they need it. So I'm like, thank you, sir, and walked away. See, that's the conversation I should have had, instead of her trying to talk trash to me and make fun of me because I didn't see a paper talking about ring a bell. You know what? Oh, I was trying to get a hold of the attention of the officer. So no. So I'm gonna go back to my house and make a couple phone calls and see what I can come up with, you know. And if anybody wants to help me, you know, I don't remember my Cash App, but I think a couple people have it, because I'm trying to get their stuff fixed as soon as possible to get them moving, get them mobile, you know, because I don't know these people. They just reached me through one of my videos. They explained to me their situation, and I went and met them, and it was true. It was true. That's why I want to help them. And plus, the cops are not. They actually did a good job this time. Because she even told him, "Hey, officer, get him off of my property." And I just stood at the sidewalk. And the cop, when he seen me on the sidewalk, he backed up. He didn't touch me. He wasn't aggressive. He didn't threaten me or no shit like that. So Yeah, and they're stranded not far from my house. Or if anybody is a mechanic or knows one that willing to help us for the 100 that I already have. If not, I'm just gonna try to get the other 100 too. So, and this is look. I had a conversation with Green last night, Corporal Green, and y'all notice there's no video up of him violating my rights and his officers doing anything wrong to me, because it didn't happen. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Because at first we were debating our positions. Right, and then of course they get me out of my body with some of the shit they say, and I piss them off by cussing and flipping them off and shit like that. So he was able to calm down and talk, so I did the same, and it was kind of fucking weird, man. Like, and I asked him about everything. I asked him about Carolina's arrest and everything, and he said that he was dealing with the people that were involved in the traffic stop. So basically talking to the 3 suspects, that when he noticed what happened, Cotton already did what he did. And he said that that's why he told Cotton that he can't charge her for resisting. He can't charge her with resisting, that he only could charge her with interfering. That's the only thing that he's willing to sign off on. And then I asked him, did you see what happened? He said at the time, no. So it's kind of weird. Like, I sat there and talked to him for damn near an hour last night, because I ran into him like at midnight, like 11 something. I didn't leave talking to him till like I think 1:30 in the morning, because there was an incident, and it was crazy too, because normally he don't tell me shit. Normally he's like, whatever, get the fuck away from here. But he actually told me what happened. The people on the bus, they had an incident on the bus. The bus driver told them to get off. The officers got them off the thing, and then they gave them a ride home. The people who had the incident on the bus, they gave them a ride home. They didn't take them to jail. They didn't give them tickets. They didn't ask them for no information. All they told them is, you can't get on the bus. The bus driver doesn't want y'all on the bus. They respected that, and again, I kept a reasonable distance where I could still hear. And he explained to me everything. And I told him, I said, y'all need to quit looking at me like I'm a threat to y'all. And he understood about the language. Like, just because we're cussing and everything doesn't mean that we're aggressive, violent, or we're trying to interrupt. You know, because it's like, he explained to me what he thought, and I explained to him what us that records them know what we can do. So it's like a whole new page with them. That's what he said. He said he's gonna tell his officers on the midnight shift, because he said he's the supervisor, that to let me do my thing. Don't approach me, don't engage me, nothing. Because I even told him, most of the times I don't say nothing to them. I walk up and record until they start talking to me, telling me this, telling me that, and then I start cussing them out. So, but I explained to them everything's a process. I'm not gonna get it right every time. I'm not gonna, every video that I put out, it's not, I might be able to not cuss, but most of them are not, you know? That's the thing I'm working towards. So, get right here. So, yeah. So it's kind of like, oh, and then yesterday whenever I went to that stop on Hemphill, if you notice, they're training people, and then they got a main trainer that was in regular clothes with a badge and a gun. So they're teaching them how to do it. They're giving them training. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes that's all it takes for officers to know that they're being watched. They can't stop people's recordings. They have to respect the citizens. That's all this was about. And also holding certain officers accountable for their actions against me. That's the main thing, though. So, stop right here. Spider-Man, thank you. Ken P, what's up? Michael B, what happened to that case where you got arrested for walking in the street? Well, it ended up getting. I went to jail for ticket warrants, and but they were all old tickets. I never dealt with them. But then I went, handled them, and then for him, what he said that he was arresting me for it, ended up giving me a ticket for it. And all those tickets are set for court, for trial. It's a ticket for court. So, that was it, man. Another one basically full of shit. Because he made it seem like the only thing he observed was me crossing the street. You know? But he forgot to tell him that when I tried to get in front of him on a traffic stop, he threatened to arrest me. He threatened to arrest me for interfering, for the way I was talking, for me telling the guy in Spanish, don't answer questions. And he came up with all this shit, man. And I was like, dude, why did you leave that part out? Why didn't you put in there how I asked for your name and badge number and you told me to wait until you're done with your traffic stop? And I did. But you drive off without giving me your name and badge number, just like everybody else did. And then you are parked at a stop sign. You reverse to come and fuck with me, and that's what you say. Come on, man. Don't work like that. And that's what my point is. Just because the officer says something doesn't make it true. That's what the whole point of court is for. Right here, appreciate it. I'm on oh, Ken P, for real? Well, right now I'm on Hempfield and Rosedale. I'm walking back towards my house to go charge their battery packs that they have. Ronald, the shirts are getting made right now. I asked them to make 50 of them. Of both of them. So as soon as they're done, I'm gonna send y'all the place to put the orders in and everything. So I'm working on that right now as we speak. I'm working on a lot of things because I understand now what people say it takes money for lawsuits, because waiting for them to waive the fee because of indigency, it's, I don't know. And I think it's a $400 filing fee. I'm thinking, I wasn't too sure. I think it's $400. So that's my point, man. I'm trying to do a little something. Because like I said, a lot of this stuff I don't understand. You know, I'm gonna admit, I'm not tech savvy. I don't understand too much. I barely know how to edit a video off of UCut, an app called UCut. So it's like, I'm learning as I go on. I'll get there where it has cool ass graphics on my videos. I can talk, I can blur people out, but all that, I'll get there. Cause see, this right here was where me and Green were talking last night. Right here, he was parked right there. Where that car just turned, that's where he was parked at. So, we talked for almost a damn hour, man. And it was crazy, because at first it was like, you this, me that, and I think when both of us understood, we're trying to make a point and be understood. I think that was the weird thing. I always say, understand to be understood. So I'd be quiet and listen to what he was talking about. But for him to say he's gonna tell his midnight shift to leave me alone, let me record, let me do my thing, to me that means a lot, because me and him, like, there's been situations where he did wrong, I filed a complaint and everything like that. So for him to be like, look, fuck that. And well, he didn't say fuck that, but he's like, we're gonna start on a new page. I'm going to tell my midnight officers to leave you alone, let you record. Because I told them, I'm not gonna say nothing, I'm not gonna do nothing unless they start fucking with me. Unless they start telling me, get over here, get over there. And then I explained to them, I'm not gonna stand still no more. When they're walking up to me, I'm gonna back up until they stop walking or they feel safe enough. And then that's the end of it. Because I told them the only thing that gets me is when I ask, you know, what's going on? What is your name and badge numbers? They always say, hold on, wait till we're done. And then when they're done, they all burn off on me. That's why I told him, like, that's not cool. So that's why he gave me the information about what happened last night. He said, that's what I'm gonna do from now on. I said, that's it. That's all, bro. That's all. That's it. That's all I wanted. When I pull up, if I ask you your name and badge number and what's going on, like, come on, man. Because I watch other people who do this too. Not auditors. I'm talking about people who like on Facebook, they walk up and record scenes, incidents, like Smash the Topic. The one I was watching was when she was at a store and 4 people were shot, 3 males and a female. Right? It was off Bessie and New York, behind a corner store, or at the corner store. I don't remember which one. And they were telling her that stop laughing about the situation, right? And everybody was talking trash to her. That's messed up. Because if they watch my shit, I walk up and as soon as they tell me, hey, go over here, fuck you, I ain't listening to shit. This chick laughed and they're trying to crucify her. That's why I left the thing on her thing, said, good job, keep up the good work. Because the fact is, anybody should be able to record them, no matter what's going on. Whether you're Smash the Topic, Manuel Mata, Carolina, and Fort Worth, or any auditor that wants to come over here. Any of them. That's what this is. And I'm starting to get it from a lot of these officers that don't, they just wave, I flip them off, they smile, nod their head, and go do what they're doing. You know? Because like people say, man, there has to be a point where communication is first. Not control, not dispel my fear, nothing. Communication. Because what I told Green last night, you're not going to solve none of these cases that y'all didn't catch nobody committing them without the community. Because believe it or not, some people in their community don't want their family members, their neighbors victimized. I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I've been a victim and I watch family members be victimized. And at a point in my life, I victimized people. Yeah. But I stopped. I stopped because I had to face who I was. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes looking in that mirror is the ugliest sight a person can see because they're looking at themselves. No matter what makeup, what hat, what designer clothes they put on, they look in that mirror, they don't even look at it. Some people break it. I have cuts on my fist from breaking mirrors. See, but there has to come a point in your life where you sit down and face yourself. Stop pointing the finger at everybody else. Because the thing I tell people, they don't pay attention to the three that are pointing back at them. And that's the problem. That's the problem. If everybody would get past their insecurities, their doubts, their trauma, then you can understand the next person's plight. That's why it's so important to stop separating ourselves and come together. Because until we do, these people are always going to win. They are. They are. They are. They are. So we stick together as a community. None of this is going to change. None of it. None of it. And I even told him last night, that whole putting me as an auditor and whatnot, I respect the cause. I'm not going to derail it or stop it. That's why I told the officers, my channel was an investigation into a crime. That's it. That's it. I just learned the laws that I started out learning from certain auditors that I've watched for 10 plus years. Then I went to the law library and found out the rest. That's it. And that's why I walk around this community. All of them that I've ever lived in. And I talk to the people and tell them, hey man, what's going on? Because I'm not gonna lie, most of these places that I walk up to, I have a body camera and camera. The first thing they think is a fucking narc. Get away from him, he's a narc. Yeah, but then you tell them who you are, and then people are like, nah, that's my homeboy, bro. He records the police. And that's when I hear the stories. Well, they did this and blah, blah, blah. So it's not like I'm saying this without like being founded. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm standing on water, you know? And that's the point. That's what I want to do. Because if you have a community that's scared of police, nothing's going to ever change. Nothing's going to be good. You're not going to solve crimes. Everybody's not going to want to fuck with you until you start to communicate with the community. You shouldn't look at nobody in a community and say, well, forget them or whatever, because that's how it started with me. Man, fuck him. Like, whatever. Go over there. I don't have to answer to you. I don't have to tell you shit. Now look at him. What's your name and your badge number, sir? Such and such, such and such, badge number, la 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 la. You know? Everybody defines their wins different. And that's our whole thing. We want to be understood. We all want to be understood. It's that simple. Look kind of suspect over here. Look official. Who knows? So, yeah. All right, I'm gonna get right here to my safe zone, and then I'm gonna start giving shout outs and reading the comments and stuff like that. So I didn't ignore nobody. I'm just looking around, making sure the coast is clear. You know. Got windy quick though. I don't know if Ken Peep, you're still in there. If you want to come help me, man, look, I'm right here on Hemp Hill in this little store right here. It's on Richmond, I think. I'll be right here for about an hour. Yeah, because I'm going to plug up this and then come post up at the little store for about an hour. That way you can come help me. Yeah, and it's crazy because the one that's right here at the church is the same one that where I was at the traffic stop on Seminary, and they ended up taking me for a ride down the freeway and come back. He was the one who told me to shut up, and I told him, what the fuck is wrong with you? But today he was different. He was respectful. He didn't grab me. He didn't try to tell me, go here, go. As soon as I stepped on the sidewalk, he moved away from me. I'll have to get the video off my body camera. So I should have went live, but I just wanted to make sure that people were okay until I helped them get their car fixed. But I mean, either way, it's just the attitude of this chick, man. And then at the end, she made it seem like all she was trying to do is explain something to me. Like, come on, man, I'm not dumb. Cross right here at the corner real quick. So yeah. All right, all right. See, got my partner sitting on the sidewalk, so they can't get fucked with. See, I tell them too, but I translated it in Spanish though. Like if they ever come and mess with them, yo no contesto preguntas. But they say it different. They say it the correct way. Cause I'm gonna be honest, I learned slang Spanish from being around so many of them, especially in the feds, because a lot of them come in for illegal reentry, and that's all you have to talk about. Because in Del Rio, that's all there is. That's where I caught my fed charge, in Del Rio. What, coming back from Acuña, Mexico. Fucking gun. That's what I did, a gun. I had a gun. And I got charged federally for it because I was like right, like maybe 6 miles away from the border. No, it didn't make sense. They let me cross with it. I guess they just waited till I got into the United States. Because they were telling me that they see your license plates and everything about you, and then when you cross the other side, I guess they followed me because it was a border patrol agent and Del Rio cop, and that's what I didn't have an ID, so they told me they couldn't let me go because I couldn't prove that I was a U.S. citizen. And I told them, I'll give you my social security number, my TDC number, whatever you need, sir, social security number, everything. But he said no. And then while I was talking to him, the person I was with had my backpack, and in my backpack it was a gun. They threw her on the ground and fucking arrested her, and then I told the officer it wasn't her gun. He's like, what do you mean? I said, yeah, it's not hers, it's mine. It's my backpack. She was just holding it. And the cop told me if I could tell him everything that was in that backpack, he'll take the handcuffs off of her and put them on me. So I did. I explained to him everything that was in my backpack. So he handcuffed her and arrested me, and then he's like, well, you ready to talk to me now? I said, hell no. I plead the fifth, take me to jail. That's what made him mad. So it was pretty cool. The person who was with me didn't get in trouble. I took the case because at the time what I was doing, that wouldn't be accepted. It wouldn't have been cool. If I would have did that, I had to sign a statement that said it was hers. And that's what they're gonna find, the statement, and then I'm fucked. So I'm good. I took a charge, did 7 years in the feds for it. So that's Spider-Man. Ken Powell, how do I get a hold of you? Hit me up, bro. Nolan and Howard Street. Well, look, Ken, this is my email thing. Email me a number, or so I can email you my number. My email is strkilla598@gmail.com. All right, let me give a shout out to everybody. Jimmy Sab, okay, Providence, Rhode Island. What's up, Spider-Man? I'm glad you're doing better, buddy. Right here. Right here, I appreciate that, man. Because, I mean, honestly, for a lot of people that have been locked up numerous times or a lot of time, it's like you have to adapt to your environment. That's the same people, like people here, when you move to a different neighborhood, you have to adapt to your surroundings, you know? But it's not forced in the world. In there, you have to adapt quickly. If you go in there, you're not a criminal, your first time being in trouble, you're not gonna come out the same. You're not. You have to learn different rules, different values, different conducts, the way to carry yourself. Because I'm telling you, in prison, in jail, whatever, the guards are the ones that have the keys, but the inmates run the prison. The inmates run the prison. So the inmates set rules and guidelines you have to follow. And when you violate their rules and standards, you don't get a write-up. You don't get nothing like that. You get fucked up. They beat your ass. And depending on the shit you did. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of weird. It's good and it's bad. It's going to help you learn how to fight. And it's good because you're going to understand respect. You're going to understand boundaries. Lines you don't cross. You know? So there's a double-edged sword with prison. You know? For some people that go, it saves them. It does. It gets them away from the environment they were in, the people, where they're able to be clear, focus right, and they make better decisions. They come out thinking whole different. You'll never see them get in trouble again. And then you have those that go, and it's the opposite. They become worse, you know, because they go to a certain unit that's a disciplinary unit, which is G4, G5, and SEG. That's the classification of it, right? So most of those places, everybody's coming from a good prison that did something wrong. So they all bunch them all together at one prison. The disciplinary unit I was in this state was Beto 1. That's where I went after what happened at a lower facility. I was at I think it was called Bridgeport. It was so friendly. It was cool. I just did some shit and ended up over there. And when I got there, I already knew it was a whole different world. I already knew the first time that when I'm getting butt naked, the dude next to me, where you from? Who you running with? Like, oh shit. And then you get to your little unit, you sit there, and then where you from? What city you're from? Go over there, your people over there. The rules, a couple days when you finish your medical, we're gonna take you in the cell and kick your ass for 3 minutes. And my thing was like, why? They're like a heart check to see if you got heart. So, I mean, everybody fades it. If you're Mexican from the 4 cities, you're gonna fade it. Fort Worth, Dallas, Houston, Austin, the Valley, West Texas, all of them. If you're Hispanic and you go to the penitentiary, you're gonna fade this. There's no way around it. You're gonna get in that cell and you're gonna fight for 3 minutes. 3 people. Two get you at first. The last round, the one that's been waiting the whole time, that third person is. The 2 people are gonna move and the third one's gonna get in there. You're gonna one-on-one for the last round. That's what's expected of everybody who enters the system, right? So if you're out here in the streets, badass, a killer, whatever, that's cool. That's fine. You're entitled to. But remember, that type of thinking and that type of action has consequences. When you go to prison, you don't have a gun, you don't have a bunch of homeboys. You got your fucking honor and your word, and you can't break that for nobody. Because it's going to get tested, especially if you chose to be, it's called solo. For the Mexicans, it's called solano. You don't want to be in the gang. You choose to be out of it, right? So they respect that, and they'll tell you, do what you do, man. Don't make our city look bad. Don't get no debts. And don't get in shit you're not going to be able to get out of. That's the advice they give you after they tell you, we'll respect that choice you have, but this is what we're telling you. And you have to live by that, because if you don't stand up for yourself, you do some shady dealings, or you fucking lie, or you steal, your ass is out of there. No one's going to help you. So that's the world that I grew up in, right? And I'm telling people, don't go there, man. Fuck trying to impress your homeboys, your friends, or whatnot. Because majority of the times, believe it or not, when you go to prison and you're in the world and you got like 50, 60 friends, right? You get locked up, go to the pen 2+ years. Out of those 50, 60 friends, only 3 or 4 of them are going to remain solid the whole time you gone. They're going to look out for your people. Hey, man, they write you letters, your family straight, and you tell them, man, my mom doing bad, my brother this. Then people go make sure that your family's straight. You know? And that's rare. You don't find it every day. Everybody's thinking it's cool to fucking tell on people, to bust guns. Because I don't believe in that shit. Drive-bys, all that stupid shit, I don't believe in it. That's how my little sister was killed. A drive-by. That's why I don't join gangs. It would be a spit in her face to join a gang after that was what took her life. 16 years old. She just turned 16. She was only 16 for a month. So it's not like I think I'm better or nothing like that. You have to understand, everybody comes from a different environment, different experience, different situation. That's why when this situation happened, that I found out about these people yesterday, that's why I'm gonna help them. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Man, that's where the world is now. People will be like, well, that's not me, or I can't, or, you know, I got my own problems. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. But does it hurt to tell your friend, hey, man, look at this shit. Look what this dude's saying. Maybe your friend will be like, hey, I got $5, $10, you know? And just like my point with the cops, at first they can't stand me. And he told me yesterday too. It's like when you show up, it's like, fuck, there goes Mata. You know? Free. I've got a dog's bullet of an idea for a t-shirt. A sword breaking on contact with the camera, no longer just the pen. Okay, look. Just put in Kim Powell. No, I'm gonna give you an address to the store right here. That's where I'm gonna go. Because the cops have all my they have all my address. They have everywhere. So I don't care about that. But I don't want to bring nobody over here. Because like I told him too last night, like I'm not. Because he said you wouldn't talk to nobody without a uniform like that. I said try it. Try it. Try it. Because honestly, man, I walk around here all the fucking time. I'm not, a fight is the last thing I'm scared of. That's it. Two things are gonna happen. I'm gonna win or I'm gonna get beat the fuck up. That's it. That is all. That's why I said, I'll never be scared of another man. My dad took fear. That fear, my dad took it away from me. So, that's what I'm saying. And I even told him last night, like, you're not gonna get no fight out of me, the cops. I'm gonna do what I do and I'll allow y'all to do what y'all do. If y'all gonna arrest me, do it. I'm not gonna fight with y'all. I'm not gonna resist none of that. Where's the address over here? Kim Powell. Look, it's 1824 Hemphill Street. It's a store right here. Look. Come over here. It's 1824 Hemphill Street. There's this little store that I post up at. I'll be right here. Yeah. Ronald, yeah, I know. Yeah. Paperwork. Paperwork don't lie. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Paperwork don't lie. Yeah, Kim. Damn. Tom Zebra? No way. San Quentin, I know where that is. I heard about San Quentin. Alright. Get in the shade so I can see the comment. All right, let's see. Jimmy Zab, Spidey Man, right here. Edgar N. know. What's the deal? Ken P, Michael B. Hallucinator 6'9". Ronald Ken from Virginia. Deborah, no. Thank you. Junk Solutions, DF Dub, what's the deal? I'm trying to help the people, man. Trying to get the rest of it. Wisconsin, Mark Mick T. Anthony T. All right, what's up, Maine? Free. Lewis Excalibur 12, what's up? Deborah, I'm in Fort Worth. Neil R, thank you. Yeah, River Oaks is trash. And I called yesterday to talk to the public, the Sheila. The one they gave up, they told me to call. I was trying to talk to her yesterday, and the chief of police got on the phone and said that I can't get no public information from them. He said it's available to you, but you have to get a lawyer and get it through discovery. And I told him the police report, sir. He's like, yeah, no one's gonna talk to you. I'm like, but it's their job. He goes, well, I'm the chief of police, and I'm telling you, no one's gonna talk to you but me. And I said, well, it's not in your department, sir. I'm trying to get a police report, which I'm supposed to have, I'm allowed to have. And he kept saying, no, you can't. That you can't get it, but you need to get it through discovery. And I'm like, that's nowhere near what the hell you talking about. And he kept telling me to assume that that no one's gonna talk to me over there at River Oaks but him. And it's crazy, man. Like, what the fuck? And then I asked him, so you're denying my freedom of information request? He said, no, it's available to you. I said, no, you're telling me I can't go to the police station and pick up my police report because you're telling me I have to go get a lawyer. I have to tell my lawyer to get it through discovery. A police report that's public. You can go to any police station after you've been arrested and get your police report. I do it here. I do it here in Fort Worth. I go to the place right here where you get accident reports and police reports, and I get it the same day. They don't ever tell me get a lawyer to get it, or you have to. That doesn't make any sense. And then I told him, I hope you're for transparency and accountability. He says, I already told you, no one's gonna talk to you here except me. And I'm like, wow, you must have been mad when I told you what I told you. Because Carolina was with me, and he's all like, is that your mommy? And then he tells me, I told him, well, why haven't I got anything mailed to me or no one called me? He says, well, you're moving around everywhere. And I'm like, dude, I gave you an address to send it to. Send it to the address. He says, we have already contacted you. I said, no, they haven't. No one's gotten a hold of me. No one. No one has called to me, hey, you can't have it or come pick it up. No one has. No one has got a hold of me, period. And then the chief of police tells me, well, I'm telling you now, no one's going to give it to you here. You have to go through an attorney to discover it. So basically, he denied, the chief of police in River Oaks denied a Freedom of Information Act, which is my police report. I am one of the people, BRR. Yeah, Kim Powell, look, come over here. It's right here. It's called Hemp Hill Food Mart. The address to it is 1824 Hemp Hill Street. Look, it's right here. Just come over here. No, it's not that far from here. I'll show you. Look, 1824 Hemp Hill Street. Come on, meet me over here. See, it's right there on Hemp Hill Street. I'll be right here waiting for you, Ken. Thank you so much, Ken. Yeah, Ken, hell yeah. I'm telling you, man. What do you say, Robert? It says Tarrant County has 3 commissioners, 1 each precinct, elected officials that don't want attention of the auditors. They have to answer to us. J.D. Johnson, Gary Fickles, Roy Charles Brooks. Yeah, I know. You have no rights by yes, that's his name, George Carlin, the comedian. Yeah, he said that they're called the First Amendment suggestions. He said it's just a suggestion. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Deborah, thanks for coming. I'm glad San Joaquin sent you. Appreciate it. Okay. I am one of the people. Be alright. Thank you for being here. Donald B. What does that say? Shanduli Nation lives. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Free. Lucinator 6. I took a charge, did 4 years. BOP in Texarkana. Alright, Eloy. I know where that is. Bureau of Prisons. That's the USP. William J, thank you. Yeah. AI does. It changes you. Because you have to understand, some of these places they send you to are not... Like, whenever the judges and the lawyers here tell you, hey, we're going to send you to a good place and blah, 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 they have no authority over that. As soon as TDC comes, picks you up in that white bus, the Bluebird, and they give you that messed up white jumpsuit, you don't belong to Fort Worth no more. You belong to the state of Texas. So it's up to them where you go, how you end up, or any about that.